Hi everybody, my name is Angela Cleary. I'm a life coach and I specialise in healing after narcissistic abuse. So today I want to talk about the differences between twin flames and soulmates. So a soulmate can be anyone. It can be a family member, it can be a friend, and it could be a lover. It doesn't necessarily have to be a romantic partner. It can be anyone that you have a deep soul connection with. They have a similar soul frequency to you. So this could feel like somebody that you meet, a friend or even a family member that you have an unbelievable bond with. You know you've known them before, you know they're part of the same soul family. And soulmate relationships as well, they can be very passionate, very fiery relationships, but they're easy. They're easy. They're easy to get into. And all soulmates are there to teach us lessons. So we will meet so many different soulmates throughout our lifetime, in the form of, as I said, friends, lovers, family members, etc. And it's amazing. They actually feel like they're your blood family. You feel such a deep connection with these people, and they're here to teach us lessons. They're here to help us grow, and they're here to help us expand. But what a twin flame is, the soulmate is a similar soul frequency to you, but your twin flame is it's the same soul frequency. It is said that your twin flame is the other half of your soul. Now, Plato says that back in the day, twin flames were one. They were joined together. So they had two faces and 4 arms and 4 legs. And Zeus was afraid of their power, so he separated them, leaving them separate and destined for lifetimes to try and find each other. Now, my personal belief is that with soulmates and with twin flames, we've known them in our past lives. And my personal belief is that we meet our soulmate or our twin flame every lifetime. But because of cultural differences, age gaps, different classes, different living on different continents, coming from different races and stuff like this prevents, or death even, this prevents twin flames from being together in past lives. Like, I believe we're reincarnated every lifetime, and that the mistakes of the previous life we are atoning for but bettering. So, like, for example, I know in a past life I was hit by a car and I died. I know in another past life I drowned. In this life I was hit by a car and thankfully survived. I nearly drowned and I survived. I believe that every lifetime we get better and better. So when it comes to a twin flame connection, I believe, like, I know in a past life I was born into royalty and my twin flame was a soldier. So our love would have been forbidden, and this would have prevented us being together. I think death also was another reason we weren't together, or societal differences, age gaps, as I said. And that's the thing. Twin flames will have many, many differences. This will be completely different to a soulmate connection. Yes, you will feel a deep soul bond to this person, but this person will have a different, as I said, different cultural differences, age differences, racial differences, being born on the other side of the world, whatever. And the universe does this so that we will overcome these obstacles to come into union. And your twin flame is the only person who can trigger deep, deep healing within you. It triggers you to face your own soul. It triggers you to face your karma from this life and all your past lives. So the thing is with twin flames, it is a very, it's a roller coaster ride of emotions when you do meet your twin flame. And 99% of the time you'll recognize your twin flame through the eyes, because they're the windows to the soul, and you see yourself in this person. This person mirrors back to you your flaws, mirrors back to you your inner trauma. So that's why it can be very, very overwhelming. And there's such a thing as the runner-chaser dynamic as well. So being faced, when a person comes in front of you and faces, it's like you're looking in the mirror, and that person triggers all your deepest, darkest secrets, traumas, triggers all of the stuff that you need to heal. And this can make you feel very overwhelmed, and it can make you run away from this. But it's the only love that is strong enough to actually make you do that work of self-discovery, of healing, of transformation. And that's the thing with twin flames, they trigger your spiritual awakening. Now, I was already on a spiritual journey because of trauma before I even knew I was a twin flame. And then I had a catalyst experience to teach me about twin flames and to start me on the journey and know that I am a twin flame. That's another reason I'm still single, is because I am doing this twin flame journey. I'm doing that inner work to become fully healed. And that's the thing, the whole concept of twin flames is to trigger in you this massive heart awakening, spiritual awakening, to heal all these past traumas, your childhood traumas, your past life traumas. You face your soul to find unconditional love for yourself and for everything around you. So the whole point of the healing is to come into union with yourself, to find love within yourself. And as you heal, your twin will heal as well. Now, twins are divine masculine, divine feminine. And now this doesn't have to be male, female. This can be same-sex relationships. And I've noticed with some twin flames, a lot of the time, when it is the same-sex relationship, one of those people would have always identified as being a straight person. And this is another obstacle that these people have to come through. You know what I mean? 99% of the time in the same-sex twin flame relationships, one of them is gay or bisexual, but the other one is completely straight. And this is an obstacle that they need to overcome if they want to come into union with this person. And this scares the people, because obviously if you identify as being a straight person and your twin flame is of the same sex, this is going to be something that you have to work on yourself or overcome yourself. And the thing is with twin flames as well, like your friends, your family members, they don't understand this connection. So if you ask a 3D person or a non-twin flame about your connection, they're going to tell you you're crazy, they're going to tell you you're away with the fairies, and they're going to tell you that there's no such thing. And now over the last, since 2019, I've discovered I was a twin flame, and I've been doing my healing and my research ever since then. And don't get me wrong, even throughout the spiritual awakening, I didn't think I was going crazy, but because of the twin flame experience, I did question my own sanity until I got the research and did that research online and discovered what was going on. And it's a scary journey, and it can lead to, oftentimes it leads to an awful lot of back and forth energy, a lot of separation. And the separation is preparation for healing. So there's it's, as I said, it's a runner-chaser dynamic, and normally the runner is overwhelmed, and they're the less awakened twins, say. So they wouldn't be very spiritual, and so therefore it would be harder for them to conceive of this spiritual connection. And that's what it is, it's a spiritual connection. You know, you can feel a bond with a soulmate, but the bond you have with your twin flame is beyond anything that you've ever felt before. It's otherworldly. It's divine. It's astral. And that's the thing with twin flames. When we're in separation, we're never really separated. The separation is for healing on the 3D and to overcome those 3D obstacles. So overcome those, I suppose, self-doubt, insecurities, but overcome what society tells us. Because a lot of the time as well, with twin flames, there's an age gap. And like normally with society or with life as we've known it, a woman will go for an older man for protection or whatever. So it is very uncommon for the woman in the relationship to be older. So this is another dynamic what twin flames have to overcome. The idea of being with an older woman rather than being with a younger woman, which is what men normally go for, and women normally go for the older man. So there's so many different concepts, and then there's cultural differences as well. And there's some societies, some cultures have a very kind of a toxic masculine way of living. So being emotional and being in love or expressing your feelings is a very alien concept to some cultures. So this is another thing, say a divine masculine has to overcome in his journey as well. But healing is simultaneous. So like as the divine feminine does her healing, the divine masculine will do his as well, or she will mirror that healing to him. So it will help him to grow as well. I have a few things here that I wrote down so that I don't forget, but the whole point really of twin flames is to come into divine mission. We're here to change the society's views on love. Because I've said before, we've been conditioned to marry security. We've been conditioned to stop believing in true love. We've been conditioned not to believe that the fairy tale is out there. But it is. It really is. And twin flames are here to guide humanity to a different way of love and living. It's here, eventually they will come together and they will have a joint mission, whether that be in healing or guidance towards the collective, to bring them into divine union within themselves. And it is about finding love for oneself first. It's about healing all that trauma, healing all that insecurity, so that you can finally love who you are. And when you love yourself unconditionally, you can find love for everything and anyone around you. And it's about love, forgiveness, compassion within yourself. And the concept is, like, you're going to be triggered into doing the deepest, darkest healing you will ever go through. You're going to be triggered to face your shadow side. You're going to be faced with the traumas and the mistakes that you've made, not only in this lifetime, but in your past lifetimes. And this is all in one. So it is a very, very triggering journey. And you tend to blame your twin for those triggers. You blame that twin because they're your mirror soul, and they're mirroring back to you your flaws and your darkness, really. And that is like, you kind of avoid that, and then you run and you get overwhelmed and you're like, shit, like, I don't want to do this. So you kind of, it's so hard. And as I said, it's a roller coaster, and there's a back and forth energy, but it is so hard to actually face your own soul. And to be triggered by another human being to face your own soul can make you retaliate, can make you run, can make you blame that person. And when you avoid the inner healing that you need to do, this will lead to more turmoil and more obstacles in your life, and it will take longer for you to overcome this. But the whole concept is to heal yourself, to find love within yourself, so that you can become better, and because then you can become of service to humanity and guide the collective to that. And when you're in separation, as I said, you're not really separated, because your souls are always connected, always. So when you're not in connection in the 3D, you have a telepathic connection on the 5D, which is actually mind-blowing. It makes you know that you're not alone, and it makes you feel the presence of your twin all the time. They'll be on your mind all the time. You'll feel their love within your heart, and you will actually meet on the astral realm to do the soul work needed, but also for astral sex. Now, for all of you who don't know, astral sex is the connection that you have with your twin in the 5D, in the astral realm. And it's beyond any 3D human experience. It's spiritual sex, and it's mind-blowing. It really is. And it's crazy concept. But the telepathic connection is mad. It's beautiful. And like, if you hear a random song during the day or whatever, that's more than likely your twin flame sending you that a message through that song, or sending you that song as a way of saying that they love you. Because, as I said, your souls are always connected. So you're all, no matter, like, even if on the 3D, your conscious mind doesn't understand this, your souls are still always connected. And that's the thing. And when you sit in silence and you just feel the presence of your twin flame, it's like they're actually with you and you're having a full-blown conversation with this person. It's mind-blowing, and it's so enlightening, but it is magical. So, it just triggers me. So as I said, the whole concept is to awaken you to your divine purpose, to your soul mission, and to the reason you're here. And that's the thing, like, we've struggled for lifetimes to find our twin flame. We've struggled for lifetimes because of cultural conditioning to find the other half of our soul. And when you do, it can be so overwhelming, because we're so conditioned to believe the lies. We're so conditioned to believe the falsities around love. So it is very, very hard, especially when you're not awakened or you're not a spiritual person. It is very hard to conceive of this. And as I said, as I was going through my spiritual awakening, you know, I was very open to the spiritual realm and stuff, but the twin flame concept was so, it was crazy to me. And I did question my sanity throughout it. And it was the help that I got online, the research that I did throughout the last few years, that I've understood this. So, as I said, a soulmate relationship is easy. It's just easy. You know, you don't have to face your flaws. There is passion, there is love. But when it comes to your twin flame, this will trigger in you the biggest awakening you will ever go through. And it will make you face your own soul. But it also it opens you up to the concept that true love can be found, and that there is that one person out there for you. And twin flames are rare, but I do believe that every person in this world has that other half, that has that other person. So don't give up on that. Since I've been on this journey, I've chosen not to date, and I've chosen not to go after a soulmate, because I've had nothing but a history of bad relationships, and I would rather wait for the magical, true twin flame union that I deserve, rather than get into another 3D mediocre kind of loving relationship. And that's the thing. That's just my choice. That is my decision. And because I know I can feel this love in my heart, and I can feel this love in my soul, and I would rather wait for that love, do the healing required to get that love. And now there is free will in this concept as well. So there is a chance that your twin flame will not do that work. You might be the only one that does that work. Your twin flame may run and stay running. Your twin flame may not face their demons and may not actually do that inner work. And if that's the case, don't give up on your own journey. Don't give up on your own self-healing journey, because that's the whole point of this, is for you to get to a place of unconditional love within yourself, so that you can guide humanity to a place of love. So if there is a chance that my twin flame will not do his work, that's perfectly okay. Free will is a choice. I will still continue on my journey, and the universe will bring in a high vibrational soulmate to match my frequency if my twin flame chooses not to do the soul work required to come into union. And that's okay. You know, to be quite honest with you, I'm quite happy on my journey, and I'm quite happy alone, because I'm finding that true love within myself, for myself and for everything around me. And I know my mission is to guide other twin flames on their journey. And this to me is enough. Like, obviously, I cannot wait to the day that my twin flame comes back and that we have divine union. But this is not why I'm doing this. I'm doing this healing for me and for the collective, because I'm going to show people that this can be found, true love can be found, and that we don't have to settle for mediocre relationships anymore. And true love can be found within ourselves. And like the feeling I have knowing that I'm connected to the other half of my soul on the 5D is the most beautiful experience I've ever felt in my whole life. So I think that alone is worth it. Finding self-love, doing the healing required to better myself and become the best version of myself is worth every little bit of this. And don't get me wrong, this journey is so hard. It is a roller coaster, up, down. It's zigzag. There is no straight line. And the lows are fucking low, I'm telling you. They're so low. And especially because I was on a catalyst journey since 2019. So the universe made me believe that a friend was my twin flame, when in actual fact they were only put there to help me learn about twin flames and help me grow within myself. And it was only last year that I realised that person wasn't even my twin, and then I realised that somebody else was, and this actually kind of restarted my journey. My journey is so complicated, it really is. So I've been on this journey for years, but I actually went through a kickstart last year when I actually met my twin flame for real, because we're connected, as I said, on 5D. So we've always, like, say even from day one, from the minute we're born, we will still be connected to our other half of our soul, even if they're not incarnated yet. So if they're younger or whatever and you're born first, you will still be connected to that person. So guaranteed, like, you will ask your twin flame at a certain date and say certain traumas that you went through. Guaranteed that they would have gone through a similar experience. So they will have gone through similar upbringing as well, similar childhood traumas, similar abandonment issues, similar rejection issues. So there's those things to overcome as well. Like, you both will mirror each other in that sense. Your whole lives will tend to mirror each other. So it's crazy really when you think about it. But as I said, like, I was restarted I've been spiritually awakening for a couple of years before I even knew I was a twin flame. Then when I discovered I was a twin flame, I went through another awakening. And then when I discovered who my true twin flame was last year, I went through another awakening. So I went through a heart awakening last year, and in the last 5 months, I've gone through some massive transformations. And as I said, it's so hard, it's so difficult, and it's the lows are so low, but the highs are so high, and the purging and the healing is so worth it. Like, my heart was broken, put back together, broken, put back together, broken, put back together over the last 5 months. And I swear to God, it has been very, very hard. Like, as I said, I've been on this journey since 2019. And between 2019 and 2023, it was hard. It was up, down, sideways, backwards. It was crazy. But in the last 5 months, I think I've gone through a more intense awakening since actually connecting with my twin flame in the 3D. So yeah, it is so, so difficult to go through this experience, but it is so, so beneficial and so enlightening. And even though my heart was broken open, and that's what it was. It was your heart needs to be broken open. So it needs to shatter so that you can bring it back together again. And like, my heart is more open now than it has been my whole life. So that alone is worth this journey. The pain, the struggle, the healing process that we go through on this journey is so, so worth it. Because how I feel now after this massive transformation over the last 5 months is crazy. Like, it's bigger than anything I've ever gone through before, and it has brought me back to my soul. And that for that alone, I will forever be grateful. And I will continue on my journey. I will continue on my path, because I know I'm here to guide other twin flames on their journey. I know I'm here to guide other women through this healing process as well. This is why we're put on this planet. This is why twin flames connect, why twin flames go through this journey, is so that we can change how humanity sees love. And just to understand that this is bigger than anything we've ever known before. This is beyond anything we've ever experienced before. So as I've said to you in other videos, you can't ask a 3D person or a non-twin flame about the twin flame connection, because they will tell you you're crazy. They will tell you this isn't real, and they will tell you this person isn't for you because of the differences, because of the age difference, because of the cultural differences, because of what you experienced in your upbringing, your conditioning, and your limiting beliefs. All you've ever known is going to be broken open because of this twin flame journey. You're going to question every part of your reality. You're going to question everything you've ever known and everything you've ever been taught. You're going to question, and that's the thing, the people around you aren't going to understand this, and you're going to question absolutely everything that you have ever known because of this journey. So it's mind-blowing. It's crazy, it's mind-blowing, it's hard, it's the roller coaster ride of a lifetime. And I don't know when it stops, because I'm still on my journey. And as I said, my journey only restarted because I was on a catalyst journey, and it was just, my journey is too confusing. I will actually explain my catalyst journey and what a twin flame catalyst is as well in another video. But a twin flame catalyst is brought in by the universe to help and guide you on your twin flame journey. They will be quite similar to your twin flame and have many of the same differences your twin flame has, but they're only there as a guide and like a soulmate lesson, a soulmate teacher. And like I was convinced that that guy was my twin flame, and it only was when I met my real twin flame that I realized that all of that was just a massive lesson for me to do the research I needed to do on this journey, so that I know I'm here to guide other twin flames. That's my mission, and I know that. But to have my journey is just crazy. And so if you want to know more about my journey, or if you want to know more about your journey, if you've met your twin flame, if you think that you've met the person that has triggered your awakening, the other half of your soul, give me a call today and I will help you on your journey, because this journey is crazy. It really is. It's mind-blowing, it's confusing, it's enlightening, it's good, it's bad, it's all good, bad, ugly, it's all of it. But it is crazy, and it can make you question your sanity. So if you do need help on your twin flame journey, give me a call today and I will help you as much as I can, because I have done the research, I have gone through it, I'm going through it again. It's weird. I've gone through the catalyst journey, and now I'm going through the actual experience of it, and it gets easier, but it's still so confusing. But the whole concept as well is to surrender it to the universe. So do your healing. You cannot fix your twin flame. You cannot make them do the work. All you can do is do your own inner work, grow within yourself, do your healing, send them healing, send them love, but surrender the outcome to the universe. Because the more you detach away from it, the more you don't chase it, the quicker it will come. You need to heal yourself if you want to help them. And that's the hardest part of this journey, is keeping your energy back on yourself. Because all you want to do is save them. But the only way you can save your twin is by saving yourself. So surrender the outcome of it and do your inner healing, do that inner work, face your soul, face your demons, face your trauma, and find that unconditional love within yourself, so that you can be the guide for your twin, but also the guide for humanity. So thank you for listening today. If this resonates, please like and share. And if you need my help, give me a call today and we will see what your twin flame journey has in store for you. Thanks again. Bye-bye.